Hey, the Minnesota Vikings have won 2 consecutive, and out of the bye, we're all wide-eyed for this Dallas Cowboys game Halloween night. I'm Paul Allen. Ben Leber, former Minnesota Vikings linebacker, sideline analyst, Vikings Radio Network. Gabe Henderson with the Vikings Entertainment Network. The Dallas Cowboys, we have learned via winning formula, can score points and get up and down the field with this nice offense. So, is it wise in any way to play racehorse football, track meet, put it however you want, and try to outscore allegedly the best scoring team in the league?
Well, I mean, is it wise? Maybe not. Maybe not. But we're capable of doing it.
Yeah.
You know, I think if you look back at the Arizona game, I don't think that any of us thought that we were going to get in a shootout and be competitive in a shootout, but we were. So I think that we're very capable of doing that. There's 2 things that I see when you look at this defense for the Dallas Cowboys. I think that they can get beat on power run game straight downhill. Yeah. I think if you go big bodies, 12 personnel, 22 personnel, get C.J. Ham in there, they're a very athletic group. They love to go side to side, much like Arizona, but we can hit these guys downhill in the A-gaps. So I do think that we can run the ball if we need to, play ball control. We can get some big hits there. But I think where we can take some shots is on 3rd and medium. 3rd and short, if you feel like 3rd and 5, 3rd and 3, you want to throw the football, don't throw to the sticks. That's where Trayvon Diggs likes to lurk. So I think that's the opportunity to go deep, and you can hit these guys going deep in those situations.
What do you think?
I agree with Ben. If you look at the New England Patriots film, they just ran down the hill on this Dallas Cowboys team. The first time they've given up a 100-yard rusher to any team this year. So the recipe is there. Get it downhill fast. They've given up 27 explosives in the pass game, so we know it's going to be there to take some shots. But you got to establish the run first. Time of possession is huge, but if you're not scoring points, that's not going to do you any favors. So run the ball effectively, take some shots down the field, and then score more points while you do it.
And see, just on this for another second, is I think Dallas feels that the Vikings in this situation, to keep Dallas's nice offense off the field, ball control, time of possession, exactly what you said, where I'm like, there are players susceptible to double moves. You got the crowd, you got JJ, you got Thielen. Now, D.D. Westbrook is fast. He's emerging. They won't see that coming. And, of course, KJ. Right. So I just don't think they think the Vikings are going to try to get into a shootout with them,
Yeah, we'll see.
And that's what they should. That's what I hope they do expect. Also, if you look at the film and say like, okay, these guys, they're going to try to run the ball, and not get the guys, not get their playmakers the balls from the outside until they establish the run game.
Right.
We have shown that we can do both right now. Dalvin has been out a few games, so we can make plays down the field without our number 1 rusher in Dalvin Cook.
Now, speaking of discretion being the better part of valor, for Dallas to move the ball, score all those points, run up all those yards, win all those games, they spread out a lot of players. They have a lot of wide receivers and tight ends and Jarwin and Schultz, and there goes Pollard and stuff, which means Danielle Hunter, Everson Griffin, DJ Wanham, they're facing a fair amount of singles, just them against one guy. So, Gabe, how many sacks are required in this game from the Vikings to win? And winning the trenches battles, how important is it?
Well, I think LeBron James' favorite team is the Dallas Cowboys. And when he made his decision back in 2014, he told, I can't think of his name, last name is Gray, and he said, Jim Gray.
Yeah.
He said, when it comes to championships in Miami, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. He got 2. So I say this.
Well, that ain't going to work. We need not 4, not 5. We need 6.
We need 6. I think 2 is good enough. We've seen in the past that we got 1 sack on Dak Prescott in 2019, and we won the game. But we got a lot of pressures on him. So I think those guys who have single matchups on La'el Collins and Tyron Smith, you have to put pressure on Dak, if not sack him.
Well, and I think that everybody knows it's well known that he was in a boot coming out of that game going into the bye. Yeah. And we need to test that calf. I mean, that's what the defensive players are talking about right now.
What are you going, Greg Williams on winning formula?
That's what I'm not saying you hit the calf.
Okay, I got it.
The calf is not the head of the snake, okay?
Yes.
But you have to test him and you have to make him move. Look, Dak is phenomenal at throwing on the run. I think he does a great job. He's playing out of his mind. But no quarterback for 60 minutes wants to run for their life and break the pocket all the time, and he's got a bad wheel. So I think whether it's sacks or not, it's pressure, it's harassment. We need to harass him all game long.
Bold predictions, wacky predictions, winning formula predictions. What do you have, Mr. Gabe Henderson?
Hot take. Dallas Cowboys will not rush for over 100 yards.
Ooh.
And we have seen that on film. 2019, I keep going back to 2019. We held this Dallas Cowboys rushing attack to 50 yards. Ezekiel Elliott, 47 total yards. I think we can do that again. We have the front to do that. If Michael Pierce is playing, we're great. If not, Armand Watts, James Lynch, they showed that they can prove it on film also. So 100 yards or less.
Hey, Zeke was like 2 yards a carry, maybe 1.9 in that game. Great take. What about you?
Okay, I'm going to stick with running backs as well, but our running backs, okay? They play a lot of man coverage, all right? And I think that as good as Micah Parsons has been, very athletic, right? He wants to attack the line of scrimmage. Not so much in man coverage. Leighton Vander Esch, not so much in man coverage. So I think that it's going to be a big game for our running backs catching the football. I think both of our running backs, or let's say all three, let's say Wongo's in there. Let's say Kinne's back and he's healthy and he gets involved in the mix. I think our running backs collectively will have 100 yards receiving in this game.
Wow, 100 yards
At
receiving.
least 100 yards
total.
That's nice.
At least 100 yards. At least.
They'll never see it coming, especially if it's the Iowa State kid. They can't even pronounce his last name. For me, Cousins, 400 yards, 3 touchdowns, double moves all over the place, winning formula complete. Our work is done. Yours has just begun. Gabe, Ben, Paul, Skol Vikings.